The clock begins the countdown at the start of this BC4 men's individual gold medal match at Santiago 2023 in the Boccia competition. And it's Euclides Grisales from Colombia who starts the match off. An all-Colombian final. But that makes it no less important for these two athletes, both keen to be on the top of the podium here in Chile. Early setup then. Chica Chica using two balls to get closest, forcing out his teammate. Still blue closest. Players in the BC4 category have severe locomotor dysfunction on all four extremities, as well as poor trunk control. So whilst they throw, they can demonstrate the dexterity to get the ball on court. So not eligible for assistance. And pushing the jack on there. Nicely executed shot. So the repositioning of the jack, and both athletes putting in good shots, lobbing over the barrier of first balls thrown. Fourth ball for Chica Chica. Tries to push the jack on, but bounced over it in the end. Now, that may not be a complete disaster, because he can now push this jack on with an accurate fifth ball. I'll try and up and over the first red. So he's going to have to use his final ball here. Lob up, place over, push on the ball he's just played. Create a defensive wall. Or try and push the jack on completely. Just laying up to it. So 2 balls left for Grisales. Comes to have a look at the field of play. Looks like it's just 1 blue at the moment. So 2 balls left. He could try and push the jack on here towards the red on the far right of the court, and then lob his final ball for 2. If he executes this one completely correctly, he could potentially get 3. But, and there's always a but, it might not play out, and that is the case here. So he's taken it to potentially 2 blues. The blue behind is closest, but the one just to the right of that, and a bit further back, could be the second closest ball. Last ball then. And it's going to be a minimum of 1 to Chica Chica here. And there is going to be a measure. And it looks like it's just a single point for blue, but a good result in the end for Chica Chica. He leads 1-0 after the first end of this gold medal match. So start of the second end here, and Edilson Chica Chica with the jack and with a 1-0 lead. So, does loosen up the jack. It's free, but he's obscured from it, so it's going to have to be a lob, or can he curl one around the blue? He set himself up mid-court. It looks like he's going for the lob here. Oh, he does curl it around. That's a lovely shot. So, second ball for Chica Chica. And then he just clipped the red ball. So repositioning again. Is it a lob for placement now? Nudge one up to the jack. Rest it against the red ball perhaps. Or is he going for a bit of power here? No. The placement ball now, has that rested up in the right place? It has. And we've got our graphic back as well. Apologies for the technical issues we're having, but need these things to be right. Clipped all that. He looked like he wasn't too happy with that, perhaps because, well, obviously he sacrificed the ball, but has that now pushed the jack closer to the blue at the back? Since the blue ball is closer. Now for an interesting shot. Is he going to try and lob this over the first lot of balls and bounce it over the jack to put it between the jack and the blue ball? No, rolls it around. He's got the room. He's got a lot more room than it looks like to position his balls here. Euclides Grisales from Colombia up against his teammate here in the gold medal match. He's 2 points down as we go into the third end. It's by no means over, though, as he lays up the jack for end number 3. Not a bad position, despite the use of 3 balls to get to it. Obviously, the first one, the first ball. So trading here, the pair of them. 2 balls at a time. Knocking on the jack is a brave move. Now, an interesting position here. A 2-0 lead for Edilson Chica Chica. 5th ball. And just knocks on. Lovely. And that potentially is 2 for him here. Certainly looks a solid 2. And he now retires with 1 ball remaining. I fancy that Euclides Grisales here is going to need 2 balls to get himself in pole position. There is a shot available to him over the top of the 2 blues closest to the jack to push the jack on to the ball closest to us, the red ball on the right-hand side of the court as we look at it. But mustn't push that jack too far. Well, has reduced the deficit to 1. But as suspected, needing 2 balls. And this one has to be on the money. Oh, it is as well. That's 1 red. So that first attempt at that visit actually didn't pan out too badly here because it takes away the potential option to push the jack out of play and put it back into the middle of the court on that cross, because now that would, by the looks of things from this angle, mean red gets a point. So options to roll up with accuracy and precision and get it on to the jack, or to try and hit the red that's closest and attempt to go for 2. I think he's left with a soft ball as well, so that might limit his options here to the placement shot. Yeah, it does, and that is executed absolutely perfectly. 3-0 lead, 1 point in each of the 3 ends for Edilson Chica Chica. This gold medal match is now looking good for him. Start of the 4th and final end of this men's BC4 gold medal match here at Santiago 2023 in the Boccia venue. 4th day of the Boccia competition. First medal day for the athletes here. 10 entered this BC4 competition. And first ball nicely positioned. Disruption, the order of the day to start with for Euclides Grisales, world number 2 coming into the tournament, the 34-year-old, but up against a teammate who he knows has had a better 2023. Grisales, 5th place at the World Cup in Fortaleza earlier on this year, 5th place in the World Challenger in 2023 for the World Championship silver medalist. Golds at both those events for his opponent. And similarly to the second end, Grisales using a smash to dislodge the jack. Very well executed as he did in the second end, but we know what happened there. Chica Chica got a single point in that end. Got to be thinking now about the number of balls Grisales has left. He needs 3 points to force a tiebreak. Still possible to get 4. He's got 4 balls left. So not only does Grisales need to think about it, the strategic mind of Edilson Chica Chica has got to be in tune. He's got to know what his opponent might do next, and he wants to give him shot options that come with a high level of risk, as well as placing his balls in a position that limits the number of points Grisales can score. So 4 thrown by Chica Chica, going for a bit of power here to push the jack out. That blue behind is a bit of a problem for him. Does he play off the blue to the red of the jack, perhaps? Go for position. Save his last ball. He pushes his own one on. Oh, he's closest to the ball, to the jack, or white ball, I should say. I'm not convinced his next closest ball is closer than the blue player side of the jack. I fancy this might be the one that Chica Chica hits to push it on to the jack. This could be the shot for the gold medal here. Well, he has pushed the jack on, sacrificed his fifth ball, and he is closest ball. Well, this is extremely difficult now. Last ball for Grisales. I can't see how he's going to put himself in a position to score 3 here. And his opponent has 1 ball left. And that leaves Grisales conceding a single point. He could leave this here, but he's got a bit of a no-risk shot here. He can target the red ball that his compatriot and opponent in this gold medal match has just thrown. He doesn't. He sacrifices his final ball, conceding the point in the 4th end, but with a 3-0 lead coming into the end. That will be goal. We wait for confirmation. It is 1 red and a 3-1 victory for Edilson Chica Chica. A brilliant match here from the Colombian, the in-form Colombian, against his compatriot, the world